One of the most popular travel destinations in the world, England offers almost endless possibilities for vacationers seeking fun things to do and top attractions to visit. Welcome to WatchZilla. Today we are going to explore one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, United Kingdom. Part of the beautiful British Isles, this small but influential country bursts with fascinating history, exciting cities, and rich cultural traditions. Historic sites are at every turn, from prehistoric megaliths and ancient Roman sites to centuries-old castles and town centers dating back to the Middle Ages. England is also extremely easy to get around, with its most popular tourist destinations well connected by trains and buses. Alternatively, you can drive between points of interest on a well-planned system of motorways. Whether you choose to tour the country by car or public transport, you're guaranteed an unforgettable experience. Number 18. The Cotswolds. The Cotswolds refers to a range of gentle hills in south-central England, the main range reaching 330 meters in altitude at its highest point. The Cotswolds cover some 787 square miles and encompass parts of some of England's prettiest counties: Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Wiltshire, Somerset, Worcestershire, and Warwickshire. And all of it begs to be explored. The region is known for the stone-built villages, historical towns, and stately homes and gardens. Designated an area of outstanding natural beauty due to its rare limestone grassland habitats and old-growth beech woodlands, the beauty of the Cotswolds has much to do with its quaint villages and towns, such as Castle Combe, Chipping Norton, and Tetbury. The Cotswolds are a popular attraction in England, within easy striking distance of London and several other English urban centres. Like so much of England, the Cotswolds is perfect to discover on foot. One of the best routes is along the Cotswold Way, a 102-mile footpath with spectacular views of the Severn Valley and the Vale of Evesham. This route runs the length of the Cotswolds and can be picked up pretty much anywhere you visit. Number 17. Lake District National Park. Covering some 900 square miles, Lake District National Park is a must-visit destination for travelers to England. With 12 of the country's largest lakes and more than 2,000 miles of rights-of-way waiting to be explored, there's little wonder the region continues to inspire, with its magnificent views and scenery straight out of a painting. Other things to do include visiting the park's many fells, including Scafell Pike, the highest mountain in England. Be sure to also spend time exploring some of the lovely little towns and villages dotted throughout the region, such as Grasmere. Better still, hop aboard a tour boat excursion across Lake Windermere and Ullswater, and you'll be rewarded with some of the best scenery anywhere in the country. Number 16. Big Ben. Big Ben is actually Great Bell of Westminster Palace in London. It is the largest four-face chiming clocks in the world. Clock tower is officially known as Elizabeth Tower. The massive bell inside the clock have weight of 13 tons. It is also said to be it is named after the civil engineer Benjamin Hall who managed the work, who was very massive in size. Big Ben is built back in 1859. Each dials of Big Ben have diameter of 7 meters. The minutes hands of Big Ben have length of 4.2 meters. The clock tower has height to 92 meters, have to climb 40 steps to reach at the top. It is now open for public and foreign tourists. There is a golden inscription in Latin language at every clock dial of Big Ben that reads Domini salvum fac reginum nostrum victorum primum, which have meaning of O Lord keep safe our Queen Victoria I. Number 15. Westminster Abbey. One of the most mountable and large religious buildings in England, located in Westminster, London. The first part of this church was built in 1050 and renovated in between 1245 to 1272 by King Henry III. Trace the final footsteps of Kate Middleton before she became the Duchess of Cambridge, admire renowned Gothic architecture, and marvel at the Abbey's beautiful memorials to history's great kings and queens. The church has collection of lifelike figures of number of British monarchs. Charles Dickens, Sir Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin are among the 3,000 famous figures buried at Westminster Abbey. British monarchs are also get enthroned in coronation chair of Westminster Abbey. Number 14. Blenheim Palace. One of World Heritage Sites of England, located in Oxfordshire. It is one of the largest country houses in England, built between 1705 to 1722. It was built as a gift to the Lord Marlborough following his victory against the French in 1704, and this battle is depicted in an epic tapestry housed within the complex at Blenheim. Rare English Baroque styles were used for construction of Blenheim Palace, more popular as birthplace of Winston Churchill. The life and times of the British Bulldog can be explored in detail here. The maze, adventure playground, butterfly house, garden, and park are main tourist attractions in Blenheim Palace. Different festivals and concerts are also organized by authorities for the tourists. Number 13. Kew Gardens. Kew Gardens is one of the world's most renowned botanical gardens, and it's easy to see why. Situated in southwest London, the Royal Botanical Gardens, Kew holds one of the most important plant collections in the world. The huge World Heritage Site is a wonderland, home to millions of exotic and rare plants. Its Grade 1 listed Victorian glasshouse, temperature house is the largest structure of its kind in the world, home to 1,500 species of rare temperature plants. World-renowned as a scientific institution for plant and fungal research, Kew Gardens became a designated World Heritage Site in 2003. Visitors can explore a treetop walkway, discover carnivorous plants, and see trees like no other, such as the captivating Madagascan baobab. It's also possible to visit Kew Palace, where you can walk around a royal kitchen and a nature reserve adored by the British royal family. Number 12. London Eye. Sat on the banks of the River Thames, the London Eye has been an iconic part of the capital's skyline for over 20 years. Launched in 1999, the giant Ferris wheel was designed by Marks Barfield Architects, and at an impressive 443 feet high it is the largest cantilever observation wheel in Europe. Also known as the Millennium Wheel, its 32 capsules that symbolize the city's boroughs provide jaw-dropping views across London. Visitors can also stand and walk inside the capsule. London Eye attracts more than 3.5 million visitors every year. London Eye also welcomes disabled guests and offers special care free of charge. Number 11. Natural History Museum. This world-renowned museum contains 70 million items from categories such as botany, entomology, mineralogy, paleontology, and zoology. The collections within this museum also includes many important specimens discovered by Charles Darwin, having great scientific as well historical values. There are 4 main zones in Natural History Museum, have 4 specific colors. The first one is Green Zone, manages section of planet, life, environment, and evolution. The second one is Red Zone, explore facts about how this living planet was formed and its changes over time. Third one is Blue Zone, handles the section of diversity of life in Earth. The fourth and final one is Orange Zone, concentrate about wildlife and findings of Charles Darwin. This museum is also famous for collection of skeletons of dinosaurs and other Ice Age giants. The cathedral-like structure and beautiful sculpture also make visiting to Natural Museum of London to an unforgettable experience. Number 10. Roman Baths. This well-preserved ancient bathing complex is the sparkling jewel of the historic city of Bath. If you only have time to visit one smaller city in England, you couldn't do much better than Bath. This remarkably beautiful city in Somerset boasts more fantastic tourist attractions than you could hope to visit in a day. Dating back to the 1st century AD, the baths were built around natural hot springs within a Roman settlement known as Aquae Sulis, along with a temple dedicated to the goddess of the springs Sulis Minerva. Lined with impressive columns, the ruins of the beautiful Great Bath lie in the middle of the ancient complex that is now the city's biggest attraction and earned Bath its World Heritage status in 1987. Bath makes an ideal location from which to explore some of England's most stunning countryside, including the Avon Valley, the Mendip Hills, and countless other fantastic Somerset landmarks. Number 9. Eden Project. The incredible Eden Project is a collection of unique artificial biomes containing an amazing collection of plants from around the world. Located in a reclaimed quarry in Cornwall, this spectacular botanical garden complex consists of huge domes that look rather like massive igloo-shaped greenhouses. Each of these impressive buildings houses thousands of different plant species in tropical and Mediterranean environments. As well as these stunning displays of plant life, the Eden Project hosts numerous arts and music events year-round. If you're able to extend your visit, consider booking a stay at the on-site hostel or enjoy a meal in one of its restaurants. Adventure activities such as zip-lining and giant swings are also available. Number 8. Windsor Castle. The oldest and largest occupied castle across the globe, situated in Berkshire, England. Among the most iconic visitor attractions in the United Kingdom, Windsor Castle is a visual feast, and it's little wonder that it has been the favorite residence of so many monarchs. Windsor Castle, also chosen by Queen Elizabeth II as official weekend home, also stands as important ceremonial location of the country. Windsor Castle, spread across a vast area of 13 acres, contains a palace and small town. It was built back in 1066 by the Normans, got modified in later time. Guided tour offers you castle's 900 years of history and about royal family lives there. People can visit the graves of Henry VIII, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert here, to name just a few. Road tour is also available at Windsor Castle. Experienced guides will take you to historical sites and Park of Windsor Castle. From the terrace of Castle, you can also enjoy the beauty of surrounding places. Beneath its stunning veneer are plenty of fascinating stories too, some of a more tumultuous past, making Windsor Castle one of the very best attractions to visit in the UK. Number 7. Chester Zoo. Located in Upton, just over a mile north of Chester city centre, Chester Zoo is England's most visited attractions outside of London and is one of the best places to visit in England for families. Chester Zoo houses the largest orangutan exhibit in Europe and the most extensive zoo-based butterfly house in the UK. Not only is it home to 11,000 animals including some of the world's most endangered species, there are also 110 acres of award-winning gardens to explore. You can tour these extensive grounds on the zoo's monorail system to reach highlights that include Chimpanzee Island, a penguin pool, and Europe's largest tropical house. Visit the Himalayan rock garden, play some mini golf, or get your face painted like your favorite animal. There's plenty of other fun things to do at Chester Zoo, too, so expect to easily spend a day enjoying this top-rated tourist attraction. Number 6. York Minster. Standing majestically over the historic streets of York, this Gothic structure is one of the most impressive cathedrals in England. It stands in the centre of historic York, surrounded by half-timbered homes and shops, medieval guildhalls, and churches. The magnificent York Minster is second in importance in the Church of England only to the cathedral at Canterbury. York Minster incorporates all the major stages of Gothic architectural development. The present building was begun in about 1230 and completed in 1472. Known as the largest medieval cathedral in Northern Europe, York Minster is famed for its stunning windows, particularly its grand 15th-century Great East Window, which is the largest example of medieval stained glass in the world. Looming over York, its mighty tower boasts spectacular views across the northeast. Number 5. Hadrian's Wall. There was once a dream that was Rome, and this dream stretched to the UK. Hadrian's Wall, named after Roman Emperor Hadrian, is a magnificent fortress situated in England north. Hadrian's Wall was built by the Romans to protect their colony Britannia from the tribes in Scotland. It stretches for 117 kilometers across the north of England from the Irish Sea to the North Sea. Construction started in 122 AD following a visit by Roman Emperor Hadrian and was largely completed within 6 years. Today only stretches of this famous wall are still visible. Large sections of Hadrian's Wall remain intact, as do various Roman monuments, forts and other ruins. There is a national path that follows the whole length of the wall from Walsall to Bowness on Solway. So, don your walking boots, grab your legionary helmet and revel in Rome's former glory. Number 4. St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral is the most visited religious building in England, situated in Ludgate Hills of London. A cathedral dedicated to St. Paul's has stood in the highest point of the City of London for more than 1,400 years. The dome of St. Paul's Cathedral is the second largest in the world, having height of 366 feet. From 1710 to 1960 it remained the tallest building in London. Built between 1675 and 1710, the present St. Paul's building was designed by famous architect Sir Christopher Wren after the former structure was destroyed by the Great Fire of London. Today, the Grand Cathedral is one of London's most famous buildings. At the top, the Golden Gallery provides unbeatable cityscape views, while the cathedral's crypt is where Sir Christopher Wren was laid to rest. Whispering Gallery at St. Paul's Cathedral becomes interesting point among tourists. Whispering again, one particular wall can be clearly heard from another side. What makes it is really interesting is that the other end of wall is 112 feet away. Crypt of this cathedral contains 200 monuments and memorial, the largest one in Europe. St. Paul's Cathedral also included funeral of famous personalities such as Sir Winston Churchill, Lord Nelson and Duke of Wellington. Number 3. Warwick Castle. If you're looking for a truly memorable English excursion for the whole family and one that offers a fascinating insight into life in medieval times, you couldn't do much better than visit Warwick Castle. Located in the beautiful city of Warwick on the River Avon, this impressive fortress has dominated the landscape and history of the region for more than 900 years. Today, it serves as a backdrop to medieval-themed events and reenactments, from jousting festivals to fairs and concerts. Warwick is also a great base from which to explore the Cotswolds, as well as nearby towns such as Stratford-upon-Avon, famous as the birthplace of William Shakespeare. Bigger city destinations, including Liverpool, hometown of the Beatles, as well as Birmingham and Coventry, are an easy drive away. Number 2. Tower of London. Tower of London, officially known as Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortresses, located in the bank of River Thames in London, another World Heritage Site of England. Intertwined with mystery, violence, and death, the history of London's formidable fortress dates back almost 1,000 years. It was built in 1066 by William the Conqueror as a palace and defense system. The Tower of London is famously where two princes, Edward and Richard, disappeared under the reign of Richard III, and also where Anne Boleyn was executed for treason in 1536. Highlights from the famous tower include the enchanting crown jewels in the Jewel House, the White Tower, home to an impressive collection of armor, and the ominous Bloody Tower. The collection of crown jewels in Tower of London includes some of extraordinary diamonds, imperial state crown, crown of Queen Elizabeth, coronation spoon, and other jewels used by the Queen. The museum at the tower also have collection of uniform and bearskin of King George V. White Tower is the important section of Tower of London, built to scare off foreign invaders. 300-years-old royal armories also keep within White Tower. The Yeoman Warder guided tour at Tower of London let you understand about history of Tower, and to see important sites, tour have length of 1 hour. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1. Stonehenge. Stonehenge, 10 miles north of the historic city of Salisbury on Salisbury Plain, is Europe's best-known prehistoric monument. Part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Stonehenge is one of Britain's most famous sightseeing spots. It's so popular that visitors need to purchase a timed ticket in advance to guarantee entry. Believed to date from as far back as 3000 BC, historians are still baffled by how the huge slabs of Stonehenge were transported. Weighing up to 50 tons each, it would have taken 600 men to move just one. Exhibitions at the excellent Stonehenge Visitor Centre set the stage for a visit, explaining through audio-visual experiences and more than 250 ancient objects how the megaliths were erected between 3000 and 1500 BC and sharing information about life during this time. After walking around the various viewing points adjacent to these enormous stones, visit the authentic replicas of Neolithic houses to see the tools and implements of everyday Neolithic life as volunteers demonstrate skills from 4,500 years ago. Although you can't go inside the circle to wander among the stones during normal opening hours, you can reserve special early morning or late evening access into the circle through English Heritage, which manages the site. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchZilla and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.